I haven't put out any videos lately because I had a strike recently because I'm trying to help people understand the truth. The truth isn't fun. And I understand what it's like for people when they hear someone saying that they understand God and they speak the word of God. I do totally get why people either get offended or don't want to hear that because of all the backstory and all the other stuff they've heard about religion and spirituality and all the jargon that has gone into it. I'm not trying to sit here and entertain people. I'm only able to speak the truth. I can't possibly find anything out there in the world that is captivating or interesting. Technology is not interesting. All this trending and holidays and material world stuff is not interesting. Once you find God and know what we're all here for, working out our spiritual karma, going through lifetimes to actually learn, you see what this whole thing's about. There's a part of me that if I could show it to people and not know that people get so easily offended these days, I would show that I'm an actual everyday person who has emotions and feelings that can get irately angry, which I am. There's a part of me that just wants to scream out, what the fuck do you want me to do? I am trying my hardest to teach people the truth. The world is crumbling around us, and nobody has to actually figure out if that's true or not. You can fucking see it. How can't you? To me, there's a feeling of almost, how dare anybody who has heard what I'm talking about in the deeper aspects, not just the numbers and letters, but the stuff I'm talking about, how could they just ignore it and just go on to studying history about Nietzsche or Lenin or Persia or the Bible? Don't you understand that what I'm telling you pertains to you? God damn it! I'm saying it because God is in me. And I have to teach this. What else do you want me to do with my life? This is true. You don't know how bad it hurts to have this gift and have everybody look at me like I'm fucking retard. I don't care what that sounds like. I'm a human being and I have a past and I have a way that I've talked throughout my life. If you don't like a couple words here and there, go to hell. Because that's what you're doing with your actions in the everyday world. You're causing hell. I can't sit by and idly watch and know God and just be calm and say, oh, they're just learning. Oh, those are things to keep you passive. How do you not get that? Do not tell me I need the Bible. I do not. You need to remove the Bible from your life and connect with nature that God created, not a fucking book. You don't think people have gone through there and arranged that and organized it? Oh, it's the Word of God. No, it isn't. Every fucking thing in this existence is a manifestation of God. Idiots. Don't you understand that? The Bible is not the only truth, or else nothing would ever happen. We'd just be like that. The Bible was written so long ago. I know the beginning of it all, and I know how it's going to end. You have no idea how that feels to be a reality in your life. Really happening. When I have a vision and I know it to be true, it always happens. Whether it's scary, whether it's funny, and unfortunately right now, I don't see anything funny going on. All I see are negative things in the world and people trying to blow it off and relax and be comfortable and just feel okay. You're not going to feel okay until we become free. And we are not going to become truly free until we remove governments. Think about it. I'm not saying it just to fucking follow along with all these idiots that are saying it, because a lot of them are misleading you. And other ones don't understand spirit. And because I'm saying these simple words, you don't understand how frustrating it is to try to speak in our languages and try to tell people stuff that is real, from my heart, from real experience, that doesn't need words. I'm trying to show you through the letters and numbers and symbols so that you can understand what everything means. You can. You've been lied to your whole life. Through religions, through schooling, through government, through media. It's all lied to you. And whether you want to accept it or not, too damn bad. That's what's happened. I can and will save you if you allow me to. I can't force anything on you. All I can do is present the truth. And it hurts. A spiritual being is not just blissfully unaware of everything. They are fucking hurting because they see it all. I am not just an empath. I foresee things, everything. Everything that I try to pay attention to or tune into, I know it already. People say, oh, check this out. I already know it. All you're going to do is show me a rearranged version of the stuff I'm showing you already. And it's just going to keep playing out. Always. Nobody will ever understand that. And it's not a competition. I could care less if I live or die in this body. I know who I am. I know God. You can never prove me wrong, even to yourself. You can just be ignorant and refuse to listen to the truth. That is your problem. And my problem becomes you at that point. Because you don't care enough to do what's right for the people that you say and claim that you love. And you do not. You do not love somebody if you're trying to save up a nest egg so that they can go off to college and learn some trade that helps toxify the fucking world. How could you think that makes any sense? Because people have told you that's how you qualify. Because people have told you and misled you. And some of those people didn't even know that they were misleading you because they were misled. And some people have had to come out of a space where it wasn't even possible to understand truth because we weren't that intellectually advanced at that point. And we are now. We can be. I know because I've seen things that I could never explain. And other people have seen me do things and say things right in front of them and then have them happen or have like the weirdest, wildest, not possible things happen. And then they go like, wow. Oh, did you see this thing on Facebook or did you see this thing on TikTok? Like, because they're so low level. I don't mean that in a negative way. What am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to say, oh, everything's perfect as it is? There's words and words mean what they mean. But I'm not going to go into any of that right now. All I'm trying to do is empty my heart out because I can't just keep making videos about trying to teach the word because this can go so much deeper. No one has a clue how much deeper this will go once you understand why the words have so much meaning. Once you can understand that, we can learn so much. I don't care how I look right now. I'm at the point where I love you all so much that if you want to make it, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go through, I'll go through every spiritual being you've ever heard of, and I will try to trace their steps and learn the things they learned. I already know them, by the way, but I'll do that. Do you want me to be crucified? Then crucify me. Do you want to burn me in front of the town square to show people that you're so big and bad? Then do it. I don't need this world anymore. This world needs me. And they don't even know it. And somewhere deep down, if you've listened to anything I've said, excuse my anger right now. This is love. But if you've seen or listened to anything I've said, you'll see that I'm saying it with all my heart. I'm not just doing it to have a YouTube channel. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. How childish and immature we're all being. If you can't understand the truth, I'm sorry. That's your little baby fault. And you've got to have somebody say some things like that to you once in a while. Because who's going to motivate you? In this world, what motivates people? Money, sex, status. a cool sensation. Get over yourself. I am over myself. I'm just here being the truth. And I am the truth in the den of liars. This is Daniel in the lion's den. What do you know? The Bible's true. So is everything else. And I can teach you. And I say that because I care, not because I'm trying to belittle you, not because I think you're any less than. I think you're just as magnificent as I. I think that you're just as interesting and important as everything else. You're part of this. And why are we letting people tear us apart and destroy this? When we know what those things are, we remove them. If we can't figure them out, but we know that they're being authorized or certified or let be done by certain individual groups, then those groups have to go. There is no question about that. There's no reason to be like, I don't know, does that make any sense? Yes, it does. I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't know what else anybody wants. I could explain to you every person who's ever existed and everything that's ever happened. But you're going to see different videos on it. You can look and find some kind of information on just about anything. But what you'll see is that what I'm teaching is the main correspondence or the core to it all. It is. I've been looking and trying to find where I'm wrong, but I'm not. So why is it that nobody's listened to me? If you have had this happen to you for 6 years in our time, and I literally, truly, and without a doubt know, and it feels like it has been forever that I've been trying to teach people this. Not just as Dan, as the other, as everything. Everything that has been and will be is something I've experienced. And I don't know how I'm supposed to say that and act like it's not true when it is. It is. What am I supposed to do? I'm not crazy. Right now, I'm just hurt, angry, emotional. Give it whatever word you want. Like I've said, it is love. I am concerned. And I have a reason to be. I do have a body. And I do have feelings. And so do you somewhere. What does anybody want from me? Put it that way. If you can't comment, then what's the point of watching it? If you can't comment and at least interact, tell me where you think I may be a little off. Tell me where you think that something doesn't check out. And actually keep interacting with me, and I'll show you. Don't just think, I'm a keyboard warrior, hey, you don't know shit. That just shows how much of a child you are. Unwilling to learn. Afraid that you may not know because you don't. And I do. What do we do in a world where they have sayings and slogans like, he who knows doesn't speak and he who speaks doesn't know? What happens when the person who does know has to speak? Because God itself, the creation itself, manifested within me, requires me to. Because everything out around here that is also manifesting is destroying this whole thing. And this needs our attention. Not technology, not space travel, not gender wars, not racial wars, not religious inequalities, all these different things. We've got to understand this is the fundamental of everything. And I can show you. And I can't do that without you. And other people can't learn what they are here. Every single one of us is born into our existence to learn what I'm teaching you. And I am required to tell you that and to say that. Because it's my job. It's my duty. As a human being, as a spiritual being, as God in form, it is my duty to you as God in form. I love you. God bless.